guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a tag video. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I've been wanting to do more lately. And this was started by Michelle from A Common Life. If you have not subscribed to her channel, I will leave her channel below. She is a lovely lady who is a homeschool mom like me, so sweet, and you'll definitely enjoy her content, especially if you like what you see here. So she made a tag called the Coffee Lovers tag, and I saw this and immediately I'm like, yes, I have got to do this. So what I'm gonna do is answer these questions, and I'm gonna tag 3 people at the end. And of course, if I don't tag you and you want to do this tag, please feel free to go ahead and do it. And if you do, leave a comment with your link, because I definitely want to see it. And I will put all of these questions in the description box below. So let's get started as I sit here and drink my coffee for the day. Question number 1, do you prefer a light, medium, or dark roast? I've only been drinking like real coffee for maybe about 2 years now, so I'm still kind of new to it, but one thing I can tell, I like the lighter the better. One, I feel like dark roast always kind of tastes burned. Maybe that's just me, but also the light roast tends to have more caffeine, and hey, that's what I need. Question number 2, coffee beans or ground coffee? Or coffee beans for ground coffee or ground coffee. Anyway, out of convenience sake, I like ground coffee. I do have a coffee grinder, but sometimes when I'm drinking my coffee, not everybody is awake yet, and I don't want to run something that's going to be really noisy, so I like the ground for that purpose. I do have some coffees in my freezer that are whole bean, and I really, really like the taste of those. So if I can, I'll grind up the beans. I do feel like it tastes better, but sometimes convenience wins. Number 3, espresso or drip? I would have to say drip. I don't really dig espresso. Question number 4, how do you take your coffee? Black, light, and sweet, etc. I used to drink like this much coffee and this much milk, but now in like a pretty big mug like this, I'll drink almost like 3/4 of the way to the top will be coffee, and then maybe a tablespoon and a half of creamer. Question number 5, cream or milk? I would have to say creamer. I love my coconut creamers. I cannot have almond creamers because I'm allergic to almonds. I don't do the dairy creamers anymore. They just mess with my tummy, and I don't like the way they make me feel. So I've been drinking coconut creamers for probably about 1.5 years or so, and I like the So Delicious and the Natural Bliss from Coffee Mate, I believe. Question number 6, how many cups or mugs of coffee do you drink in a day? Since Christmas, I started, instead of, I make coffee in my French press, and I would pour in 2 cups of water and heat that up, and that's what I would make my coffee with, 2 to 3 tablespoons of coffee grounds. And I was finding that I wasn't really drinking all that, and I felt it was kind of like a waste of coffee. And so what I started doing was putting a tablespoon and a half of ground coffee in my French press with only about 8 or 9 ounces of water, and it was working really well. But today and yesterday, I brewed up a whole bunch. And so what I usually do is drink like a full cup in the morning, and if I don't want to let the rest of the coffee go to waste. So if it's not too cold outside, I'll just put whatever is left in my French press in the fridge and drink it iced later on. No big deal. Today, since it is cold outside and I really don't want a lot of cold, like iced drinks, I'm having the rest of my coffee, and it's maybe 4 or 5 ounces. It's not much at all. So it's kind of maybe 1.5 cups a day to answer that question. Question number 7, latte or cappuccino? Latte. Question number 8, iced or hot? I prefer hot coffee here at home. I drink more iced in the summer months when, if we're out running errands and stuff like that. I prefer to have my iced coffee with me. If I drink coffee like at a coffee shop, I usually get something iced. I like to get things at a coffee shop that I wouldn't get at home, and that I wouldn't make at home. And so I'll go for kind of the fancier things, if you know what I mean. Question number 9, Starbucks or Dunkin'? Dunkin' by far, hands down. It's cheaper. I can get more coffee for my money, and I really, really like their iced coffee better than Starbucks. What is it? Iced mocha. Question number 10, what is your favorite coffee flavor, like hazelnut, French vanilla, pumpkin spice? I really enjoy French vanilla, or really any kind of vanilla. That's my kind of my go-to flavor. I also like the coffees that just taste like coffee, if that makes sense, like the not flavored kind. That way I can kind of play around with creamer flavors and have some fun that way. Question number 11, regular or decaf? I would have to say regular. I do have one bag of decaf coffee in the freezer, and I only drink that at night if like sometimes I don't really like hot chocolate and I want to have something hot, and I don't really like tea that much. I like some tea, and I want something hot at night. I'll make a small like 8-ounce cup of decaf coffee if I'm just trying to kind of relax. Question number 12, French press or percolator? French press. We have one of those big percolators, like the big metal ones, and the only reason we have that is because in Mike's previous job, he was like the snack bar coordinator. This was like before we met, so this is a long time ago. So he bought one of those giant percolators, and we've only brought that out when we've had like big get-togethers or things like that. That's the only time we bring it out. We do have Mr. Coffee, like just regular drip, I guess that's what it's called, coffee maker, and it only comes out when my dad visits because he drinks cup after cup after cup. So that mostly lives in the basement. We just clean it out when my dad comes. And question number 13, Keurig or coffee maker? Coffee maker. We don't have a Keurig. I don't see really a need for it. I don't like the waste of all the pods, even though there's some ways to do it so that you're not using the disposable pods. But I've heard they're hard to clean, and it's just another like appliance on my countertop, and I don't want that. So I'm really happy with my French press. There's no waste. I'm really happy with it. So that is the Coffee Lovers tag. And let me think about, who should I tag? I'm going to tag Allison from The Life of a Homemaker because I know we really like the coffee. Who else? I am also going to tag Melanie from AKA Mommy, and also Amy from Alaskan Mama Vlogger. So I'm going to let all these ladies know ASAP so they can go ahead and get their coffee ready. But I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll leave those 3 ladies and of course Michelle from A Common Life, I'll leave all of their channels below so you can go check them out. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.